And hello guys, once again, welcome to the channel. I'm here to bring you this week's chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins, this time around, chapter 200. Who would say, really, I do not follow the 7 Deadly Sins ever since chapter 1. I actually started with the anime, and then, over the course of the anime, I changed over to the manga. But I don't remember the exact number, but I started the manga before chapter 100. So I was there on chapter 100. So, God, it's been a long, long time since that. So, in celebration, we have a very cool cover. I mean, really, really good. If it wasn't for all the text, I would use this image for something because it's a very cool image with the scenes in this tag in display, and then all the remaining characters in the background. We see some of the commandments up here, some of the holy knights, Jericho, her brother, Matrona. There's Gloxonia, there's Dolor here, a hawk, of course, Elizabeth, and a lot of other characters. Really, it's a very cool cover, and of course the scenes are in color. Very cool indeed. Let us begin. This chapter is supposedly it's called Memories from the Holy War. So okay. So King and Diane already taste defeat. Now, with the two of them immobilized, Gloxinia puts a choice before them. Okay, Spiritland's Basket 7th form, Moon Rose Drop of Life. Oh yeah, so he's healing them. Power that heals one's enemies back from the brink of defeat. Ooh. Okay, we have some cosplayers here. Very nice. Okay. So yeah, they are now healed. And after I'd finally charged up another drop, poof, it's gone again. Are you trying to make fool out of us? What's your angle? What are you after? We shall bestow training upon the two of you. I believe that's pretty straightforward. And I just gotta say, I love this image. Jesus, look at the difference between Dolor and Diane. I'm not even speaking about King and Gloxinia. Look at King and Diane and Dolor and Diane. Diane barely makes it up to his knees. God damn it. I mean, sure, he's considered the god of giants, and he's now a demon, so. But still, it just shows as well the towering difference between the commandments and the sins, thus the need for training. I'm not saying that Diane will get as big as Dolor. I really hope she doesn't. But well, at least King may get some wings. So that's always good. You're going to train us. What are you talking about? Exactly what it sounds like. In your current state, you're both rather frail and weak. Or, as Meliodas would say, y'all still got a long, long, long way to go. I mean, this is funny. We like seeing two commandments act like super relaxed and awkward. Dolores even laughing, and Luxini has messed up her hair, or his hair, to look a little bit like Meliodas. It's been a while since you've busted your gut like that. I didn't expect that was a spot on impression of him you did just now. While it's true that we are absolutely no match as for you as we are now, first and foremost, you two are Ten Commandments, our sworn enemies. True, true. That's the thing that buggers me the most. I mean, they are their enemies, unless they aren't. But if they aren't, then why? Well, I suppose I understand where you're coming from. Here's the thing. We are not actually part of the demon clan. Called it! Once we fought side by side as the king of the giants and the king of the fairies, and we dreamt of one day being able to annihilate the Ten Commandments and the demon king. But throughout the course of our battles, well, let's just say unforeseen, unforeseen circumstance unfolded, and we were eventually forced to make a decision. Yes, and the consequences of that decision still reverberate to this day. So they were forced to join the. We had wrecked our minds over the decision, but in the end, we made the choice that needed to be made. That is what we firmly believe and held steadfast right up until the other day, when we once again exchanged fists with Meliodas. What exactly happened in that great war 3,000 years ago that would drive you to do this? Especially you two, renowned as the legendary heroes of kings, whose praises are still sung to this very day. Okay. Please see and verify for yourselves whether our decision was correct or not. And I promise that you will, without any doubt, gain great growth from this trial. Having said that, it goes without saying that such rapid and significant growth can be derailed by a single misstep during the trial, and along with it, your demise. Yeah, so it's one of those things, trained to the dead kind of situations, really. We won't force you to do anything. The two of you should take your time and think this over carefully. I'll do it. Boom. And now they're just arguing. Diane, this is far too dangerous for you. You're one to talk. You're the one who should be taking a step back. And Dolor is just like, kids these days, they never grow. I'm just worried about you, that's all. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm built way sturdier than you are. Looks like we got stuck with some pretty fickle students here. Let us not waste time and put their enthusiasm to the test. Next slide, something has happened. Dorukimoto hekato kobe en no kosa senkietu. Ooh. Yeah, I may have totally just butchered those names, so forgive me. I am not a Japanese speaker, for God's sake. I'm not even a native English speaker, so you can see how much that goes for me. This is a technique that was taught to us by a friend who was dear to us both. Let me guess. They don't say it, but let me guess. Meliodas. It's gotta be. Meliodas is the guy who's there for everyone. So, where are we? What in the world just happened to us? Wait, what? Okay, so apparently Gloxonia has red hair. Oh, wait. They are impersonating as Dolor and Gloxonia. They are living through them. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Diane is in Dolor's body. I so didn't sign up for this. What happened to my body? And what's with my arms? I've got four of them now. You need to calm down, Diane. Oh, God. What happened to us? If any of the others were to see us like this, they'd definitely get the wrong idea. More importantly, I don't recognize any of this scenery at all. We were just inside a building a minute ago. They've gone back in time? Is that even possible? Okay, now they're feeling something strange. The ominous, sinister magic power, it can only be from a member of the demon clans. And it's without a doubt a Ten Commandments level. Let me guess. Boom, Meliodas. Who would say? You guys got here fast. This isn't possible. We saw you die a month ago. You really need to expand on your repertoire of cheated jokes, Dolor. Would it kill you to give him some pointers, Gloxonia? I don't think you quite understand. I am king and this here is Diane. Something's happened and we ended up getting transformed into these forms. These forms, he says, stop it, this is how you guys always look. Besides, who the heck is this Diane and king you're talking about? Alrighty, all four of us are finally here. Shall we commence with the operation then? What are you doing here? Wait, what? Elizabeth? What? What am I doing here? We all promised to meet at this exact location, remember? But that form, not your. She has wings! Oh my god! This is Elizabeth's ancestor! Because the thing is, apparently, I don't know, is this an illusion? Is this time travel? Holy cow! Okay, okay. This could be very well a sort of a time travel. And sorry for my silence just then. I was, putting ideas together. Because apparently we have gone back to what we are in a situation where Meliodas still isn't part of the sins, where the sins don't exist yet. So therefore it doesn't know King and Diane. So it is not that far-fetched to assume, we are safe to assume that this is a sort of time travel. Dolor and Gloxonia transported King's and Diane's personalities to their bodies in another time. And probably that's a time where they trained together. When possibly they've got the power to send them back from Meliodas. And that's why we see a goddess, an ancestor of Elizabeth, who by any chance seems to be called Elizabeth as well. Diane and King have had their souls transferred into the bodies of the great kings, and now that legendary era will play out before their very own eyes. Okay, so here's the thing. They are not exactly living it, I guess, because if they are living it, it means that there's a chance they can change it. Now, I'm not saying they have the power to, but it means they can, which would contradict the fact that they were to arrive there and get the powers in the first place. So, I'm guess this is going to be more of a passive experience. That before knowing their bodies will be moving without them realizing, because it's the bodies of Dolor and Gloxonia and not their own. And they will learn those moves, those powers, directly to their conscience. Imagine as if it was Assassin's Creed. I guess you are at least familiar with the name. If you don't know the games, well, you're losing out on some pretty good shenanigans. But basically, in the Assassin's Creed universe, there's a machine that allows you to relive your ancestors' memories, and through that, learn in a span of days and weeks what your ancestor did in a span of years, months, or whatever. And it's those things happen through something called the bleeding effect. So you're just sitting on a machine, and through your subconscious, you'll learn your ancestors' moves, and everything he could do, you are able to do as well. The way he moves, you're able to move the way he does. So that's how I guess this will pan out. They will be living a passive experience, they won't be able to change any sort of events. Only their conscience and voice transfers out of the body because the body is, after all, Dolor and Gloxinia's body. Or I'm just talking crazy and they will be able to change something, but nothing major. I don't even think that they will be able to go out of this training situation. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. To be continued in chapter 201, Comrades in Arms. So yeah, now we have a representative of the Goddess tribe, the Giants tribe, the Fairies tribe, of the Demons clan. We could very well be looking at the signing of the treaty between the races against the Demon clan, because we know ever since the beginning of the series that in order to defeat the Demon clan, the Goddess clan, the Fairy clan, the Giant clan, and the humans have actually banded together in order to defeat the Demon clan. Sure, that victory was ultimately due to the fairies, to the goddesses' involvement, but an alliance was required to achieve that. So I believe that we are actually going to witness that situation. And my guess is that Dolor and Gloxonia were actually asked by Meliodas, maybe, or the goddesses, to be to become spies, and that they had their memories wiped out. And the only way they would have got them back was if they ever found Meliodas again. So that's why they say, we've only come. They said something like this: we've only realized that after we exchanged fists with Meliodas a month ago. They said something like that. This is still okay. No, it's not here. Yeah, because they seem to know of Meliodas pretty well. But yes, they said something about when they exchanged fists with Meliodas. Yes. So in page 10, Dolor says something like this: we had wrecked our minds over the decision, but in the end, we made the choice that needed to be made. That is what we firmly believed and held steadfast to right up until the other day, when we once exchanged fists with Meliodas. So my guess is they were offered a choice to become spies in the Demon Clan, to, I don't know, maybe weaken them from the inside, or at least try, or just to be put on a hold until they could bestow their training upon someone else. And the only way to break the seal, if ever needed, was to fight against Meliodas. Because let us be honest, Meliodas never expected anyone, no one ever expected that the demon clan would once again resurge. They always thought that the demon clan would stay where it belongs. But now, when they resurfaced, they needed a safe plan. And that safe plan was put together 3,000 years ago with the help of Dolor and Gloxonia. That is my guess. I guess we'll have to wait and see if it really happens. But anyway, with this marvelous side of, I guess, Elizabeth's ancestor, who knows? But she's using very similar clothes. I just don't. Anyway, with this marvelous side of Elizabeth as a goddess, thus ends the seventh Ellie since chapter 200. To be continued on chapter 201, Comrades in Arms. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed it very much. I'm very, very eager to see the next chapter and the ones to follow. And I'll see you guys right away in the next video of The Promised Neverland. See you right away.